Guys, we're back at it again. From the last video, I did some hammering and some forging out the blade. Changed the handle a little bit on there, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. But we've done some grinding on it. We're not done grinding on it, but we've done some clean work up on it. But I'll show you where we're at on it and bring you along for some of this cleanup and stuff. Here's where we're at with the blade. I showed you that where I brought it down. I think it was about right there, down. And well, I cleaned up the rest of it here too to take some weight out of this thing, because this thing is heavy. So what I did is I took this section out here and made this longer, and then I just drilled those holes in there. I think it looks pretty cool. But that's where we're at with the blade. Does not have an edge on it yet. You can see it's pretty straight. It's pretty straight. So we're going to be working on the edge. This still has to be heat treated and tempered. None of that's been done yet. I like to do the majority of the majority of the grime work before I do the heat treat, and then put the final edge on after it's been heat treated and tempered, because it just works better for me that way. But we're going to go ahead and get the preliminary grind on it for the edge, and we won't go all the way down with it, but we'll leave a little bit on there just to get the final edge on it afterwards. This thing's going to have a pretty stout edge on it for splitting wood and stuff like that with it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we'll get moving on this. Hang with us. we got a lot of it filed off. I mean ground off. Still needs a little bit more work done to it, so we're going to continue to work on that. As you can see, it was a little hot, but yeah, we'll continue to get the blade refined where it needs to be. Doesn't have no edge. I don't put an edge onto it after I get to after I heat treat and temper. But got a little wonk on the front of here, so I gotta fix that. Let's do some grinding. But we'll get it fixed. Other than that, this thing is pretty straight, man. Cool deal. So we'll continue to work on that when we get back with you. Alright guys, we're done with that. We're going to go into the heat treat process now and temper it. And this thing is almost finished, believe it or not. Not bad. Not bad time on it, but I've only been working on it now for probably, I don't know, 30 minutes, I'm going to say. So that's a total of 3.5 hours. 4 hours tops. I mean, we got to do, I'm going to give another hour on some cleanup and some touch up and stuff and polishing and all that. All that good stuff. So, hang with us. We'll get you turned around and we'll show you the heat treat process. Guys, I got my heat treat quench tank set up. Now I'll preheat this oil, so when I dip this, it won't go into cold oil. But we still got a lot of cleanup on here to do, because once we heat treat it, it's going to get a film on it, so we got to clean all that back off, and then we got to temper it, and then we got to clean all that back off, and then you go into the final process of getting all the edge and everything on it that needs to be on there. So hang with us, guys. Hey guys, what we're going to do is we're going to heat this metal up to it's where it's non-magnetic, and then we'll quench it in the tank. Now what I like to do is I like to keep it in the oil until it cools down a little bit. Not just putting it in and taking it out. I don't think it cools down quick enough. Let's see if we got any warps. Pretty straight, guys. She's straight all the way around. We can file test. Exactly what I wanted to hear. But metal's hard. See how it grabs right here? Along that top spine? Sounds totally different, don't it? Listen to this. It got hard. So we're hard on the metal. The metal's hardened up. So what we'll do is we'll let this cool down, and then we'll clean all this off, temper it, and then clean it up again. So hang with us, guys. Guys, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is the colors that you want to get in there. The lighting's horrible. Anyways, it's a straw color. There's some purple in there, but it doesn't go all the way down to the edge. If you can see it on your temper, that's where you want to be at. It's like a straw color, like a brown, light tan, almost the color of that wall back there. Lighting is horrible. Alright, anyways, that's where we're at with it. So what we gotta do now is we're gonna let this cool down, and then we'll clean it the rest of the way up, and then the blade will be finished. So I'm looking at roughly another hour. So that'll be a total of 5 hours in the knife itself. So thanks guys for coming along, and we'll get back with you when we get it all completely done.